So hopefully you can see that over there. That is a toy mouse for the cats, and it's laying on a balled up sock. And it's important to note that we did not do that. We went out for dinner tonight with my parents, and when we got home, we looked down the hallway and that was laying there, and I'm like, really? So they not only got a sock and moved it into that location, then they went and got a mouse and put the mouse on the throne of Sock Mountain, or whatever it is.
It's probably Kepi.
Probably. It's just really funny to me. Hello everyone and welcome to Sunday. I am wiped out, and Mao's wiped out. We're both really wiped out from yesterday. I forget whenever the stream actually finished. Mao went to bed before the final game. And it was at Dose Stadium, right?
I went to bed after Stadium.
Yeah, we played Pokemon Stadium 2, and then Mao went to sleep, and then I played Paper Mario, and that was the final game. Mm-hmm. And I think it was basically over around 7, and then I had to actually take care of a few things because I wanted to make sure I got the videos out for today, and I scheduled them, and I got in bed probably around 8. So I went to bed at 8, and I woke up at 3:30, I think. So I got 7.5 hours of sleep, and I felt good, but after you're on a schedule from 7 to 10 for such a long time, it just really takes it out of you to do something like that. And the other thing I've really noticed is that my voice, it's not gone, but I can tell it's somewhat missing. I really talked a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I spoke for 20 hours.
Yeah.
So that's probably why. I wanted to talk about Extra Life today. What worked in Extra Life, what didn't work, etc. Things of that nature. So for one, first off, thank you again, because this event was amazing. $15,000 was the goal. I was thinking, we might be able to hit that and then maybe get a little bit further. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that we'd hit $25,000. And, so the event was a success. I don't want to understate that. It was absolutely a success, but I definitely see room for improvement on our end from an efficiency standpoint, because there's a lot that we could do.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we could do to make things better. For one, we had a pre-show. We started earlier than we normally do and started reading donations a little, before we started, and it took us forever. There were so many donations, and that was one of the issues, is that there were more donations this year than any year before. The final tally was 653 donations, and that's incredible. But there were so many donations, and we were reading them, and it took a long, long time to get started on the event, and then especially between games. And we remedied that a little bit, because as a game was ending, if it was a one-player game, then Mao would start reading donations, which helped. And certainly as the night goes on, there's less donations between each game. But there's still a lot of donations, and we need to kind of fix that a little bit. So I think what we're going to do is next year we are definitely going to have a third person, probably Dan. Dan offered to do that for this year, and I was like, no, we got it. We'll be fine. And clearly it probably would have benefited us. But next year we'll probably have a setup where Dan will be off screen with his own mic, and he'll be able to read donations. We'll also probably have to do something where we only read donations past a certain amount. So you can donate to have a particular game played no matter what you donate, but it'll only get read on the stream if it's past a certain dollar amount. Just because if we have Dan read donations while we play the game, there's a good chance he would never stop reading donations. And then there would be no commentary from us playing the game, and that's also bad. So it's getting a little more difficult. Whenever we started doing Extra Life, it was just, we're going to play these, we're going to play these video games. In the case of the beginning, we were going to play Earthbound, and hopefully we'll get some donations, and it'll be cool. We'll raise money for the hospital. And now it's definitely starting to become a much bigger event, and it's cool because it's still us. It's not like the scope of everything has changed. It's still us playing video games. It's just that the amount of money that is being raised is increasing. The donations are increasing, so
the viewership is increasing.
The viewership, yeah, we basically from the time we started to the time we ended had 1,400 straight viewers, almost the entire time. Only in the last hour did it finally start to drop off. And when I finally quit at 6 or 7 in the morning, it was still at 800 viewers. There were still 800 people watching. I don't know what the highest we ever hit, but I noticed one time looking at it, it was 1579, so we might have gotten up to 1,600. But that's
a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. So it was definitely a successful event, but each year is a learning opportunity. And we have learned some things, and now we want to use this to better the event. So next year, we'll probably have Dan read donations, probably set up some sort of thing where you have to donate a certain amount to have the donation read, and we'll all around make it, if we can, a much better event, and go for even more funds. This year, once again, we were aiming for 15,000 and we raised 25. I think next year we're going to go for 30.
Yeah.
And that's just that's crazy to me. Holy crap. But I think we can do it. I really do. And I've been given a lot more belief and faith in everyone that we can actually achieve that, because once again 15,000 was the goal, and I was like, that's a lot of money, but we'll see what happens, and blew way past it.
Yeah.
Way past it. So I think next year we're going to shoot for 30 and see what happens. And I'm excited, but that being said, Extra Life is an all-day event. It is very difficult to do that for an entire day.
Yeah.
And Mal and I are really exhausted. And one of the downsides for me is that there's supposed to be, Morning Mario tomorrow, and I don't have any recorded because I've been so busy. And I think I'm actually going to take the week off on Morning Mario.
Mario.
Just Mario. Everything else will come out, but I know that someone's going to be upset. Someone's going to be like, blah, 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 and I'm like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm sorry. I did a 20-hour stream. We did good. $25,000 was raised, and that's awesome. But I'm still tired. My voice is still not real back yet. And I think taking a week off and also using that time towards Fallout would probably not be a bad idea. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, thank you for watching. I would love to hear your input about Extra Life and what you thought. Mm-hmm. As far as the event went, there was a lot of good drama that happened, and the drama.
There was great drama about the donations.
For the donation. Well, and that's all good because it is all for a good cause. Mm-hmm. So it's so fun. It's so fun to see all these different people rallying behind certain games. I think the format we have is perfect.
Yeah.
The first 2 years we played Earthbound, and that was great. But ever since we've been doing it this way, this is perfect. This is the perfect Extra Life format because it encourages donation past the goal. Mm-hmm. People aren't donating toward the goal even. They're that is just an arbitrary number. It doesn't even matter. They're donating towards a game, and I think that is what makes the event partially so successful. So we're going to keep doing that. I know I really want to do GameCube, but we have to get the games. And there's still so many to get.
There's a lot.
If we can do it, then we'll probably do GameCube next year, but we'll see. There's still a year to think about it. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to let us know what you thought of Extra Life. If you have any suggestions or anything that, anything you really enjoyed, I would love to hear about that. We had fun doing the event, and next year will be great. I'm sure of it. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?